Okay, started. Hello everyone, welcome to the session 3 of Android Study Jam by DSC GECR. I welcome you all to this session 3. Till now, we have seen the use of views, view groups, and layouts in Android. And yesterday, we made a very awesome dice roller app. So I hope you all have completed it. And now after this will be the last session of I guess Mukund, and from next session onwards we will be calling some expert speakers for some more advanced topics so that you can dive deep into Android. So for today, without a further ado, I would like to hand over the session to Mukund. So Mukund, please continue.
Okay, thank you, Jamik. So to talk about today's session, we will be covering about the basic Android activity lifecycle, and we will be learning about the navigation part, like how you can manage multiple activities, how you can navigate between activities. So just to give you a glimpse of the website, the app that you will be making. Uh, So this is what you will be making today. Like you can enter some text here, and when you click on the
Mukund,
next button, or
please
yes,
share your screen.
is it visible?
Uh, so, yes, now it's visible.
Okay. So this is what we will be making today. You enter any text here, and we open a new activity where that text is displayed. So let's get on to the coding part. Before that, let me show you the basic Android activity lifecycle. So what it means by the life cycle is that how your activity responds to different situations, like when you have it on, when you have minimized the app, when you have closed the app, when you restart the app again, and all that. So let's see if we can make it bigger. Yes. So this is the diagram for the Android activity lifecycle. You can see that whenever you launch an activity, it calls the onCreate method. If you guys remember, we saw that method when we created our project last time. You can see it here. This onCreate method, right? Then after that, our application starts and resumes. Then we have our activity running. Then if another activity comes into the foreground, our activity goes into the on pause method. If the user again returns to the activity, our activity is resumed again. Then we have the on stop, and when we close our activity, it is destroyed, right? There is also, like, when you go back to your home screen, it will our activity has been stopped, but if the user again navigates to the activity is restarted, and from again, then again on start method is called. So we will be seeing like how this activity life cycle is executed using an Android app. So without waiting, let's start uh, making the app. I will be making a new project. All right. So you like the name of the app that I want, the minimum SDK that I'm selecting is API 19, that is Android KitKat. So why this Android activity lifecycle is very important to learn is that there are certain methods or certain UI elements that you want to activate if your activity resumes after you go to the home screen, like you see in Google Pay or Paytm. Like if you have a password for that, then if you minimize the app and then restart it again, it asks for the password again, right? So if you want to do something like that, you need to know the activity life cycle. Let's start coding. So what we are going to do is we are going to override all these functions on start, on stop, on resume, and then we will be using the log to see what actually those methods are doing. Okay, so let me just start by on start, and what we will be doing, we will be printing some information. uh, and we want the message activity started, right? So what I'm doing is that I am just overriding the on start method, and so whenever this method will be called, if I execute my app, this activity started message will be printed in my log. And so to understand, like logging is like, messages that are uh, kept for the developers to use. Like if logging can be quite useful while debugging, like you can print some important log messages for the developers to see, like if your method is executing properly or if the data transfer is happening properly or not, right? So let's override the other methods too. On restart, activity started again. On resume, on pause, activity paused, and then I think that's it. We have on stop, yes. And then we have on destroy. So I think that should do it. Let's run the app and see how this works. So for the UI part, I have not made any changes to the app. We will just be seeing how our activity responds to different uh, scenarios. So here you can see the Hello World app that we just created right now. Let me open the Locket and activity. So like when I go to my home screen, you can see that my activity has paused, activity has been stopped, right? Let me just change that to the info tag. Yes. Let me resume my app again. You can see it shows app started again. When I click the back button, the activity is paused, activity is stopped, and the activity is destroyed. Let me close the app and then restart it again. So you can see whenever as I start my app, the activity is started, then activity is resumed. When I press my home screen, the activity is paused and stopped, activity is started and resumed. And when I click my back button, the activity is paused, stopped and destroyed, as we saw in this diagram. So I hope that's clear, right? So to talk about where this is useful, like as I said earlier, like in some apps where you want to call the function, like you are filling a form and like a user filled half the form and then he like minimized his app. So when he resumes the app again, you need to save that the data that he had entered earlier, right? So you can use this activity life cycle to manage that. uh, so that's it about the activity life cycle. It's quite important. So you guys have any questions about that? Any questions? Okay, so let's just continue and we will see about navigate the navigation part of Android app development, like how you can manage multiple activities, how you can pass messages in between activities and all that, how you can share data between activities. So no need to create a new project. We will make changes to this one only. So first of all, let's make a simple UI. Like what we want to do is like we want to get some text from the user, and when the user clicks the next button, we open a new activity and that text is displayed there, right? So let me just put an edit text. Okay, let's put in the constraints. I want the width to be full. Let's set some margin. All right, let's give it a id message. Okay, then We don't want any text there, so we will remove that. Instead, we will put a hint, like the hint is not editable. For the hint, we will say something, type a message. All right, now what we want a button, so we will add a button here. Let's set the layout width to match parent. I think that's all right. Let's give the button an ID. Let's change the text to send, right? So we are getting some warnings, like we need to fill the missing like autofill hints attributes, like if you have filled that form earlier and you have entered some data, then Android will remember that data, and if you are filling it again, then it will give you hint, like if you want to fill this thing again, right? So we want that, so we will just click on fix and it will enable that. Then it is saying that there is a hard coded text in my text view. So what we can do is, like, we can create a string resource for that. The same for the button. Okay. So I think that's, like, it's quite simple UI, but that should suffice. So what we want to do is that first of all, we will create a reference for the button, and what we want to get and click listener on the button, and when the button is clicked, we want to open a new activity and send a message, right, to the next activity. So let's create a button. uh, I named it send button. Okay. So what I want to do, I want an on click listener, and when that button is clicked, I want to send a message. Okay. So we are getting an error here. It is that I haven't created this send message function yet. So you can click here and that function will be created. So in that send function message, what I want to do is that first of all, I want to get the text from my edit text view. So first we will have to reference that edit text. Sorry. So we gave the ID message to the edit text. Now we need to save that text into some variable. So now we have like reference the edit text, and then we have like whatever the text we input into that edit text, we will get it into the message. All right. So what we would want to do next is that create our intent, and in that intent we will pass our new activity that we will be creating, and we will be sending this message to that new activity, and it will be displayed there. So first of all, let me just create a new activity. So you can like go here, right click, then select activity and select an empty activity. Okay, I will name it new activity. Okay, so we have created a new activity. Now like let's look at its UI. So what we want is that we just want to display a text view into that new activity, right? So like the message that we have passed from our main activity. So let me just add a new activity here, new text view here. Let it be text view only. Uh, mm, Let me change the font family to something else. All right. Let's make this text a bit bigger. Okay. Create a string resource for that. So I think that's enough. So now let's create an intent in our main activity, and in that intent we will pass our message, this message, whatever we get in our edit text, and that message will be displayed in our new activity, right? So let's create an intent. We use the this keyword to like reference to this activity, this view. Then what we will be passing is the new activity, right? And what we want to do is we want to pass a message. So for that there is a method called put extra. The put extra method like takes two arguments. The first is an key, like it's a key and value pair, like you want to. So for the key, let me just pass in message, and what we want to pass, we want to pass our message, right? So after that, after we have created our intent, we want to change to our new activity. So what we will do, we will start activity and we will pass the intent. I think that's right. So after we have passed this intent and the message, we want to get that message here, right? So what we will do, uh, like we will create a variable and we will get uh, I think it was get extra string. Let me just check that. Not Java.
Mukund, it's intent.get.
Intent dot get string, right?
Yes, get string extra.
Yes, intent dot, yes, intent dot get string extra, and we pass in the message like the key value that we passed from our previous activity. So the key value we gave was message. And we want to display this on our the text view that we have created. So first we will have to reference that text view. All right, and we want to set that text to message. I think that's right. Am I right, Jamik?
Yep.
Okay. So let's run the app and see. All right, so let's type a message. And as you can see, it's we started a new activity and it's visible. So just to know, like we can see the log for our the main activity that we created, that as we like the activity has been resumed. So let me just type in a new message, and when we change the activity, you can see that this current activity has our main activity has stopped, and when we go back, the activity is resumed. So uh, that's how like we can use activity life cycle and this intent to like navigate and to pass messages between, like this is a simple string that we have passed, but you can also pass complex objects or like some different things like an whole array uh, and whole class object. Like if you created a form for any employee or like that, and you have saved an object of that class, then you can pass that whole object into a new activity, and you can do a lot of computations on in the different activity. So I think that was it for
Any doubt, guys?
this for this part. Any guys? Any doubt, guys?
Any one of you have built yesterday's dice roller app or tried to build, or were you getting any error in that?
Actually, which one? Dual dice or a single dice?
Which are any you have built any
Whichever,
of that?
which you
Yes,
would like
single
to show
dice.
here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me add you as a presenter. Just a minute. And have you tried that dual dice one?
No, I haven't just checked it because I didn't get
Okay.
that much time.
Oh, no problem.
That's
Try
fine.
to build it.
Okay, sure. Should I share the screen now?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Is it fine?
Yes,
Yes.
it's nice. Okay, you have not re-added images yet, right?
No, no. I just forgot to download that file. So
Okay, no
Okay.
problem. You can do it later.
yeah, I'm gonna just do it today. And there's a two die app too.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
The logic is same for to dive. Just try it, and if you don't get it, just ask any one of us, me or Mukund.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay. And Mukund, can we take a 5 minute break and continue with another app?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, guys. See you at 3:40, right? Okay, 5 minutes break. Hello. Okay, so welcome back, guys. Is my Mukund, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, now we are going to build a about me app. So basically we will implement a scroll view. So I hope you all know what is scroll view. So first scroll view is that this is a, suppose this main page is our activity, and we can add a section when we can scroll our stuff. So this is basically a scroll view. You might be seeing in various apps, like this is a vertical scroll view. Then we can make a horizontal scroll view, so that the scrolling is done from left to right, right to left, in that order. So let's start creating this app. Okay, so let me start create a new project, empty activity. Name of the application is scroll view demo. Then language is Kotlin, minimum SDK 4.4 KitKat. Okay, so finish. So till this Gradle build is done, can you tell me, do you all know the difference between linear layout and constraint layout? Anyone of you want to go forward?
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
So
Yes,
basically, in
Himanshu.
constraint layout, uh, whatever we design, it is responsive. So irrespective of the the display resolution of our device, it will automatically align itself in the best manner. But in
Yes.
linear layout, the components are either aligned in horizontal fashion or vertical fashion.
Yes, absolutely correct, Himanshu. So okay, so my project is built up now. So we are going to create an about map, right? So in my activity main.xml, first of all, I will remove this hello world, delete, right? So what we need to do, just a minute. So first we need to add a text view called about me, right? So text view is, so first my ID to text view. It's okay, it's static if you don't give. And in the text, we will insert about me, right? So we will style it a bit. We will add constraints, left constraint, right constraint, and top constraint, right? Okay. So let me go here, split. Uh, is my font correct, or I need to increase it? You all can read now?
Yes.
Okay. So first we'll make text size to, let's say, 16 SP, and 16 is a bit small, 32 SP, right? Then after text view, uh, let's add a small image here. So you can directly add from this code section image view. Layout width is wrap content. Okay. So first let's add an image. So I will go to resource. Let's add an image here first. So I will pick up a vector asset from the inbuilt library, new vector asset. Okay, so we can pick up any font from here. Okay, we can add this add to queue. We can, if you want, you can define size. You can change its color from here if you want. Let's make it yellow for now. and I click on next, and it will be added here. You can change the part from here and then finish. Okay, so system is lagging a bit. Okay, so here we can add img Android src to @drawable slash, what's the name, add to q24. Okay, and we need to give constraints, so I'll quickly give the constraints from here. First let's increase its size to what is sorry for the guys, but my system is lagging a bit. Close Chrome. As you all know that Android Studio is resource heavy, so it's good if we close some unnecessary apps. So let me give these constraints. Again. Okay. Okay, so after this we can add a scroll view here. So we can add a scroll view down here, and we can reduce its, can match its constraint here, and we can reduce its size from here. Okay, so our scroll view will be effective from the image, right? And we can add some top margin, let's say 16 dp from here, and inside our scroll view we'll insert a text view. So let me insert it here. Okay, so as you can see, it's linear layout. Let's delete this one. In the scroll view, let's insert text view. In this linear layout, let's. Okay, so we have a text view here, and we will change its height and width to match parent. Okay, so its height and width is still down. So in the code section, in the string, we will create a string for this text view. So just a minute. We'll create a string resource here. String name is equal to about underscore me. And then basically we need to add all the values here. So what string we need to display there? So first I will add my name is Jamix. Then br suggest a line break. We can add that, or we can add hyphen /n instead. /n. I am currently when /n pursuing /n CE /n from /n. You can add all your content here. GC /n Rajkot, right? So we can add up this string in this main activity, and we can change the text of the text view to string about me, right? So our content will be displayed here. Okay, I guess we need to go to design. Why is it not aligned? But again, match parent, everything is fine. We need to style it to text view, scroll bar. Need to align it to the left, text alignment. Descending. We'll start. Why is this /n not working? We need to make this /n work, right? So pursuing, let's replace it with a br in case it works. /br. Okay, so instead of this /n, if you write your contents in br tag, br means break line, so it will automatically come into new line. So we write it, if we wrap this up in br, we will wrap this in br, right? Same goes for Rajkot. And we'll add some lines here for our text view demo, for making our text scroll, because it's very less text, right? So okay, so now if we check this activity, still we are getting some less text, but if we add some
you can
more
increase the font size.
Okay. So text size, make it to 30 dp if we can. Okay, so this will be good for demoing our text. And let me connect my Scrappy again. scrappy. Okay, so if I now run this app, sorry guys, I don't know why my system is lagging this much, but please bear it. Okay, so our app is ready, and so you can see why this one click is not working. Just a minute. Text. We're getting somewhere. ID constraint view is not constrained horizontally. Okay, so we need to constrain this view horizontally. Okay, the error is gone. Let's rerun our app. Okay, why are we getting the same string again? Image without constraints should not some main file remove linearly. Orientation to vertical. Mukund, can you see what's the mistake here?
Actually, I think that it's not considering the white space as like a new line in the string resource file. So maybe you can try putting it in double quotes.
The whole string you mean?
Yes.
Okay. I have removed a linear layout. Let's check without it. Same thing. Just a minute, I will change the string. Session-3. Okay, now I guess it should work fine. Okay, so guys, now it's working fine. I guess in the string resource file, it's not taking this blank line as lines. It's not considering this, and now so this was all about the scroll view. Like this horizontal scroll view, if you change this orientation to vertical, from vertical to horizontal, it should work from left to right. Horizontal, if we make the change, I think it will not go because we have made the constraints, but let's try, because we have not given such constraints that it should go horizontal. So it's installing. No, still it's vertical because we have not given such constraint that it should go horizontal. Okay, guys, so this was all about the scroll view. Do you guys have any questions?
One thing that I would like to add, Jamik, like in a scroll view, can only contain one other view or a view group as a child. Can you explain on that a bit?
Okay, sure, Mukund. Just let me add a screen. So, is it visible?
Yes.
So guys, in this scroll view, if you want, it can contain only one child. So it will contain only a text or an image. So if you want that it should contain a text and image like this. So I have made another app. Let me show you. So you can see that this image, this contains image which is scrolling as well as text view. So for doing that, you need to add a linear layout or any other layout. Like you can add frame layout, you can add another constraint layout as a child to the scroll view. So it will take all these constraints, and because scroll view can only possess one child, so you need to add any other layout for doing all these stuffs. Is it clear?
तो मतलब भैया ये अगर हमको मल्टीपल चीजें रखनी है तो उन सारी चीजों को एक तरह से कंटेनर में बंद करके हम लोग कर रहे हैं।
हाँ, यानी स्क्रोल व्यू है ना, सिर्फ एक ही चाइल्ड लेता है, और उस एक चाइल्ड में अगर हमें वो एक चाइल्ड ऐसा रखना पड़ेगा कि जो हमारे और सारे जो व्यूज है, कि सपोज एक इमेज ले लो, टेक्स्ट ले लो, या आपको कोई बटन रखना है अंदर नीचे स्क्रोलेबल व्यू में, तो आपको एक कंटेनर में बाइंड करके उसे उस स्क्रोल व्यू का पेरेंट चाइल्ड बनाना पड़ेगा। यानी आप कोई भी कंस्ट्रेंट लेआउट में आप कंस्ट्रेंट लेआउट ले सकते हो, या आप लीनियर लेआउट ले सकते हो, आप फ्रेम लेआउट ले सकते हो, बट मेन पॉइंट इज स्क्रोल व्यू कैन कंटेन ओनली वन चाइल्ड। You will get to see this in Android Study Jam. Just a minute. Have you started completing your badges, collecting your badges? Hello. Am I audible, Mukund?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay.
Can you guys
So,
please tell, like, have you started the coursework of Android Study Jam? Mandrak and Himanshu,
Jeet.
Jeet.
Nope.
Okay, so if you will collect this badges step by step, so the app which I made right now, it's in the track 2 second module, I think, right, Mukund? Second or third?
Yes,
So
third.
okay, so
After
it's
the
the third.
dice roller app.
Okay, so after the dice roller, it's third, and there is a challenge given in that. So the app which I showed you, जो इमेज और टेक्स्ट को एक साथ बाइंड करती है स्क्रॉल व्यू के अंदर, वो आपको एक चैलेंज दिया है उसमें कि इफ यू वांट, इट्स नॉट रिक्वायर फॉर कलेक्टिंग द बैजेस, बट इफ यू वांट यू कैन परफॉर्म द प्रैक्टिकल. So it's a great learning. So if you guys can go step by step and collect the badges, because you will get the certificate based on that badges. If you have all the 10 badges, then only you will get certificate. So try collecting the badges. You still have 1 month for it. Last date is 25th January for collecting those badges and getting certificates. बाकी ये साइट तो पूरे पूरे साल खुली रहेगी एंड्रॉइड स्टडी जैम की।
Okay, Jamil.
Okay, any other questions? Okay. So I hope you don't have any questions. So we can add today's session. So Mukund, you need to add on something?
No, I think like this is more than enough. This is all the basic part that we can cover in the Android development part. We are, like Jamik said, we are thinking of collaborating with other DSCs, and we will be bringing in some expert guest speakers who will be like hosting about advanced Android topics like using Firebase and API calls and all that.
Using
So
offline database and all those things will be covered in the next sessions. Then UI UX, we need to work a lot on our user interface and all those stuff. Then only people will download our app, and uh, we will be calling some expert speakers for that. So don't worry for that. And from next Saturday or Sunday, probably there will be one session on with some expert speaker. So you will get all the information via email and in WhatsApp groups. So don't worry for that. And I think that was pretty much for today. And thank you guys for attending today's session. Thank you.
yes, Jamik, you can stop the recording and download the attendance.